And we're back on Out and About today with Christy George from TPAC and our preview of TPAC's upcoming Broadway season. So many shows to talk about. We're having to really go fast.
We are.
I mean, are there more shows in this season than usual?
Yeah, normally we try to do between 10 and 12 weeks of Broadway, and this year we have almost 15.
Okay.
So hence this, I'm having trouble keeping up myself.
Well, there's a lot to talk about, so we do want to make sure that we highlight everything. I was just telling you in the break, Wicked is one of those shows that no matter how many times I've seen it, it's always fresh, and it's just such a great show.
It is, and what we're discussing is the fact that that's one of those shows, and the way that it's built and the way that it's written, every time you have new cast members in it, there's a new life that's sort of brought into the story, and you see something a little different in it.
You absolutely do. Now, Wicked, for those looking at the calendars, March 28th to April 22nd, 2018. And we'll also talk, some of the shows are, we'll kind of talk, they're more than 1 week. There's a different kind of ticket configuration, and we'll talk about that. So, all right, so Waitress. Now, Waitress is making its debut here in Nashville.
It is. We're very excited. So this is another one of the shows on our series that's an all-female creative team, which is very exciting. I don't mean to single that out, but it's very exciting because it doesn't happen very often. So we've got the music of Sarah Bareilles, the direction of Diane Paulus, who brought back the revival of Pippin, and then the screenwriter was Jesse Nelson. So, and this is based on the film from 2007.
And Waitress, and I've heard, I guess I've seen it on the Tonys and seen clips and that kind of thing. The music in this, I love Sarah Bareilles. It really has there's a catchiness to it, I would say.
Yeah, there's a very sort of folky pop feel to it, and I feel like, you know, I'm familiar with the movie, but when I saw the show, it just brought a brand new sparkle to it. It was really a beautiful way to put this story on stage. All
right, we are looking forward to that. Waitress is June 5th to June 10th, 2018, so that is going to be a Nashville premiere. We can hardly wait for that. All right, so tell me about Love Never Dies.
Well, it's what happens in the world of Phantom 10 years later, so it's how the people involved in the Paris Opera House are living their lives now, and that basically the concept, love never dies.
And do you feel that, I mean, the story from Phantom, that's just such a timeless classic. Is this just kind of a continuation of where that started?
It is. It's a continuation of that story and the path and just the never-ending story of love. And what's really great about this particular show is the only way you can see it is on tour. It's never been in the U.S. prior to this tour, and this is the only way you can actually see this piece of Andrew Lloyd Webber's history.
Now, and when you're choosing the shows for the season, I mean, I know a lot goes into that. Is that part of the jigsaw? Oh, I want to make sure that we get the dates on that, June 19th to June 24th, 2018. But just trying to figure out which shows can come to the city at the right time.
It is. It's about the routing. It's about how it's working on the national tour, not just here. How it's working on our calendar, trying to spread it out a little bit and get a little bit of everything in every season. It's a fun little jigsaw puzzle. That's a good reference.
I can only imagine. All right, now here's a show that we've had in Nashville. I know every time it comes here, it's a sellout. People just flock to it. But we're talking about Les Mis.
Yep. And it's hard to believe we haven't had it since 2011. And that was when they redid the show. They did a revival of it. Cameron McIntosh re-envisioned it himself. And so this is that production. We'll bring it back. The last time it was here, we sold it out. So we're looking to do it again.
That's why we say, well, so let's talk a little bit about tickets. How can people get tickets, and what are the different plans?
Sure. You can always go on our website, tpac.org, or you can call our subscriber services phone room at 615-782-4040. And the thing that I love about our season now is that it fits any calendar and any pocketbook. It's not just about committing for the next 12 months to something. They can take and go, when do you have available? What are you interested in? What's your price point? And let's figure out a season that works for you.
Now see, that's a great way to do it. I think people are going to be really interested in that. Okay, so from Les Mis, and here's another show that it never, ever gets old to me, Jersey Boys. It is, that show, I mean, you're humming along the whole time. It's got a great story. The songs are just phenomenal. So let's talk about that. Yeah,
so the last time we had Jersey Boys here was in 2013. So we're really glad to have it back again, especially with Bob Gaudio. Being a Nashvilleian now, we claim him completely. But it is the story of the 4 seasons, and it's a beautiful show. It's tons of fun, and it's really hard not to stand up and be singing along with the show as you're going. But we're very glad to have it back again.
Has that been a trend? And there your full screen is right there for Jersey Boys, January 9th to January 14th. But do you see that as more of something that people want to see when they, especially seeing the touring shows, songs that are familiar, whether they were from a Broadway show or growing up just listening to pop music, country music, that kind of thing?
I think it helps people identify with something. I mean, I think there are as many people out there that want to see something they don't know a lot about. Like, I mean, Love Never Dies, you know the creator and you know the premise, but you're not going to know a lot going into it. And Jersey Boys, it's every once in a while, it's nice to sit back and know that you're going to have great entertainment and just be reminded of something that's so near and dear. And I think that's a lot of what our season brings to you, is that new and that old. It's bringing it all together for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too it's nice because new generations get to experience, you know, mom and dad's music or maybe grandparents' music.
Yep.
You know, that's very cool and hip and fun. And
yep.
Jersey Boys is a show, I think everybody that sees it walks away just saying, wow, that show's a knockout. All right, so now tell me about The Illusionist, because I'm not real familiar with this one.
So this is a debut for us as well.
Okay.
The Illusionists have been out for a couple of years now, but the last 2 years around the holiday season, they've gone into New York and played on Broadway for a limited tour, and it's done, I think it's been near sellout, if not sellout, for both years that they've done the holiday season in New York. And so it's featuring different illusionists that are exactly what they say they are, which is the escapologist, the anti-conjurer, the trickster, the inventor, the manipulator, the weapons master, and the deductionist. And so it's just this onslaught of people doing all these things that you think about magic being, but all in one time, all in one show. You get all of it at one time, and it's really quite the spectacle.
It looks like it. I mean, in just the clips that we're seeing right there, I tell you, this is also something that a lot of times you think of being maybe in Vegas. You can only go to Vegas and see something like this. Now I love it that they're bringing these shows on the road. They're bringing them right here to Nashville. The Illusionist live from Broadway, February 16th to February 18th of 2018. So those are the Broadway special add-ons that we've been talking about during this segment. So you guys have a terrific season coming up. You always do.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'll take that.
Absolutely. So, and just a reminder on the tickets, how we get them?
So TPAC.org is our website, and you can buy subscriptions there, even partial packages. But you can also call our subscriber services at 615-782-4040, and one of our operators will talk you through every different alternative you have for buying a subscription.
We love options.
Yep.
All right. Always great to see you, Christy.
Good to see you.
All right. Thank you so much again. And don't forget, for Broadway season ticket info, tpac.org. When we come back, Brent and Pam are here for our Roundtable Buzzabout. So come on back with us.